Much on Close Up this morning, a tough day for the prosecution in the Michael Jackson child molestation trial. As we've been reporting, Jackson's accuser admitted under cross-examination that he had told a school official he was never molested. Diane Dimond is covering the trial for Court TV, and NBC News legal analyst Michael CARDOZA is a defense attorney. Good morning to both of you.
Morning, Katie.
Good morning, Katie.
All right, Michael, let me start with you if I could. The cross-examine yesterday has been described as tough and punishing. We heard Michael Jackson saying after the day of testimony that Tom Mesereau did a great job, I guess is what he said exactly. What do you think?
He did do a wonderful job. There were times when it got a little bit redundant, when he got a little bit aggressive, and I'm not sure how the jury will take that, because remember, you got a 15-year-old boy on the stand, and Mesereau did lean on him a couple times, but he did make some awfully good points, and one of them was the dates of the alleged molestation. Remember, Jackson made a rebuttal video. In that rebuttal video, this victim talks in glowing terms about Jackson. When that victim first went to Tom Mesereau, but the district attorney Sneddon in Santa Barbara, he said, you know, those crimes took place before that video. That didn't make a whole lot of sense. Later, he changed it till after that video, so it squared a little bit with his glowing description of Jackson in that video. So that could be very damaging to them. I mean, you don't know when those crimes took place.
And Diane, they really, the defense attorneys, or Tom Mesereau, is really making a lot of use out of that so-called rebuttal video. But isn't that sort of suspicious, the rebuttal video in and of itself?
Well, you know, I think it's pretty clear. The sister, the younger brother, and this boy have all admitted on the stand that they lied on that rebuttal video because, quote, they were told to do so by Michael's associates. So I think the only reason really that now we're seeing the rebuttal video for the third time, Katie, is so that the jury can really get a dose of the mother. The mother's a big problem in this case, and in the video, she's overly animated. She's got on bright red lipstick. She's sort of sing-songing her answers, and it does get grating, and I think that that's Tom Mesereau's goal.
So when will she appear on the stand?
Well, we don't know. I think after the boy, more cross-examination today and direct. He'll probably be done today. I think then there'll be a group of police officers take the stand talking about what they found at Neverland, specifically the porno magazines in the bedroom. And then after that, more corroborating witnesses, maybe the stewardesses, some people from Neverland. And I see the mother coming far down the line. I think this is a conscious decision by the prosecution to separate these children from their mother.
Let's talk about, Michael, a little more about these inconsistencies that were raised during the cross-examination. The fact that he was apparently a disruptive student, which did contradict what his sister had said, that his grandmother used sort of the same language to describe what he claimed, or the way he claimed Michael Jackson described certain sort of intimate acts, and that he told a school official that Michael never did molest him. I mean, it seems to me that if a kid is 12 years old, it's not that surprising that he might deny being molested to a school official.
Well, certainly that's how the district attorney will counter that. They'll put their expert on the stand to say that most children, most victims of molestation don't tell people. They just don't go out and announce it to the world. It takes them a while to get to somebody that knows the right questions to ask. But in cross-examination, in jury trials, the devil is in the details. So all these inconsistencies, if you take them and look at just one of them, maybe that doesn't mean a lot, but when you start to add them up, the jury may say, wait a minute, I have a reasonable doubt now. One of them doesn't give me a reasonable doubt, but the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on up give me that reasonable doubt. And that's exactly what Mesereau's trying to do, make those contradictions add up. And when you talk about the fighting, go ahead.
Go ahead, Diane.
I was going to say, my sources that are close to the family tell me that the reason the boy was in the dean's office so often is because he was fighting because the kids were teasing him about being a homosexual after seeing him holding hands with Michael Jackson. So, like you said, Katie, it's not unusual for a 12 or 13-year-old boy, after being teased like that, getting in fights like that, to then come into the dean and when asked, did something bad happen, say, no, nothing happened.
We're almost out of time, but Diane, Jay Leno's name came up, and how significant was that?
Yeah. That, you know, somebody's lying here, Katie, and this could be a really crucial point. Tom Mesereau said in the opening, I'm going to tell you about a conversation Leno had with this boy where they were trying to, quote, hustle him. Yet yesterday on the stand, the boy said he'd never talked to his idol, Jay Leno, that he'd left a message for him, but he'd never spoken to him. So, boy, I can hardly wait to see how this one comes out, because somebody's not telling the truth.
All right, well, to be continued,
That'll
I
be a big
guess.
one.
Diane Dimond, Michael CARDOZA, thank you both so much.